Welcome to another edition of What the Fuck Happening to YouTube Atheist Community and, usual thing. Whatever. The debate room fun thing. Anyway. I'm running oil in my water. This will be the junk portion of the video. I just figure I'll do junk portions of videos just because it annoys a couple of people. And it's just fun to be annoying. So maybe I'll make superfluous noises and just useless jibber jabber and talk really slowly and do whatever I can to annoy the, annoyable, the complainers. But yeah, it's just so irritating, people. You make thousands of videos, all kinds of variety of videos. There really are. To the point, yelling, response videos, me doing my thing kind of videos, all kinds. And, people just, complain. For no good reason. I'm trying to, I'll talk about the features of the camera. So this is what they call night vision, which is pretty good in kind of low light, so I sort of like it, I think, but it's not too good in bright light. So when I'm really close to a light, then it's not too good, like here. Not too good. I think it's adjusted for the white balance even. I mean, it's a fluorescent bulb, and I'm 2 feet away from it, so it doesn't do very well. Cooking pasta. This pot here. Yes, right. Yeah, no point in me explaining any of it. No point at all. But yes, stove in the porch does work. Because I really don't use it for anything but boiling. I mean, I don't cook anything. I don't cook anything on the stove. Anyway, what else? Yeah, so I'll just do this in sections, I suppose. So last night, I stayed in the room pretty late. It's 7 hours worth, which is a lot more than I thought I'd do. And, no worse for the circumstance, I don't think. So yeah, it went all right. It wasn't too bad. I'll see if there's something else to talk about. I mean, kind of same subjects. Well, I don't know. I talked about being gay a lot. For portions anyway. So that was sort of irrelevant. But yeah, it is all getting kind of consolidated into very few arguments that need to be made. You can say it all in 3-4 videos. It's almost like the physics argument. I think I can do this cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, using fewer and fewer words, being more and more exact and concise. That's sort of where I'm heading for. So, I only made 2 notes. I wrote down the words, categories and properties. It's all we're arguing about. It's really, categories become your properties. So it's all circular, and there's just descriptive terminology, and the rest of the logic's done by the words themselves. You can't avoid, if you do it right, you just can't avoid it. Logic is just going to happen. It's built into the definition of the words. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm back. I really don't have much to add, though. Not much videos to watch. Nobody's saying much except crazy talk. So, can't do much with crazy talk. Karina, did make a new video. I know, you don't even know who that is nowadays. A couple of new videos, actually. One on a regular channel, I think one on the other channel. Anyway, Noah's Ark thing, making fun of people building arks, and some other horrible stories from the Bible. And, it's got to be done. There's a ton of people that need to be talked to about their faith. and they got to wise up and all that crap. Be whizzed up. Whizzed on, maybe. Have some reality, quiz on them, and then maybe they'll, you know, get with the program, start thinking reasonably about reality. But yeah, so many people don't want to do that anyway. You know, it's more physics, the more physicists I listen to, the more, you know, they just sound like a religion. You know, it's almost like going back in time, and you're imagining people just coming up with explanations, and you know, why is there thunder and why is this, and you can just see the ignorant people saying, you know, well, you know, some guy says something about, well, maybe it's just some sort of thing, you know, that goes on in the atmosphere, molecules or something, I don't know, some kind of silly stuff like that. And, you know, and people are just saying, no, that's just too reasonable an answer. So, yeah, let's go find an unreasonable answer, because, yeah, that's so much more fun. You know, and it seems like that's what physics is doing. But anyway, it's just all, I mean, you know, sort of, you know, it's kind of a reconditioning thing people have to do. They have to do an honest, hard reboot. You know, you have to be willing philosophically to start over. Just say, wait a minute, let's just erase everything and just redo this, because it was done by a bunch of idiots, you know, throughout history. You know, the norms, the memes, the notions, it's all crap. The traditional sports, the traditional hero worship, all the things that we admire, everything about us has been, you know, cooked in a dirty pan. Yeah, I mean, it's almost quotable, you know. You know, all the stupid, idiotic, you know, Nietzschean kind of philosophy, Randian crap. I mean, it's just so, you know, it's just so depressing that people just caught on and clung to just silly notions of their salvation is in this competition, or their salvation is in the, you know, like somehow we're going to become super intelligent. That's going to make us so much more easy to satisfy. Yeah, no, not really. Dream on. So this is just ending up being a video about, you know, the task of getting people in a condition where they're receptive to a rational argument. You can't really reason with religious people because they just get too defensive. You know, oh, you know, you're going to attack something that's fundamental to my existence. Oh, you can't do that because they're addicted to it. So they just can't hear the argument. They just can't admit that they have a dependency on a notion of reality, not evidence of reality. That they're not really being reasonable. You know, nobody likes to admit that. No one likes to be forced to admit that. That's for certain. Probably should have put the stabilizer on, maybe. I don't know, maybe it is on. Maybe that's why it seems a little jittery. But anyway, just experimenting still. Sorry. I'm going to be doing that for a while. I do it every now and then. Experiments. I need to do some more elaborate ones, and then they'll be more interesting for you. But, you know, at the moment, this is all you're getting. So anyway, so yeah, the only thing, you know, I did finally see the Professor Anton video, and yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, it's not that interesting. And then Anna Kontavad's just doing this, well, you have to just accept that we're going to be irrational philosophers, and that's just what we do. That's humans. Humans like to be irrational, and irrational is really cool and fun. You're just like, what? I mean, it's just a non-starter. I mean, if you're going to admit you're going to be irrational, that you're not going to allow a better argument to dissuade you or defeat you or change you or influence you, I mean, that's just bullshit. It's like, yeah, going to the Olympics and just declaring yourself the winner even if you lose. I mean, it's just bullshit. So yeah, it's just bullshit. I don't know. What are you going to say to that? Oh, I don't have an inferior argument, but I win. No. Doesn't work that way. So, you know, there's just no point. You know, you can't. What's the point of arguing with people who are conceding they're irrational? They have a right to be. That there's something appropriate in the activity. Oh, pathetic. So that's not going to go anywhere. So there's just little, there's just not much to play with here on the internet. And, I have a lot of my own agenda stuff to do, so I can certainly just make videos making my arguments. I don't need to make counter arguments. But I guess I suppose it does help to see where people are. But I mean, if people are in such deep denial that they are now declaring irrationality a reasonable way to think, then what are you going to do with that? I mean, these are the kind of, you got to tie these people into a chair and beat them with a hose or something for a while to get them rebooted. Right? I mean, there's no way to reboot somebody who's in that condition. So, yeah, so that's where we are. So, we'll just see what happens, move along, day at a time, blah, blah, blah. Do my thing and see if something else, see how it connects to the people, the yous out there. And certainly have to do something to, expand the audience and therefore the argumentation, because yeah, that's sort of the job, right? The mission statement. So yeah, I gotta be a better proselytizer. I don't know what that. Be a better seller. Dancing girls and cartoons, and I'm doing some of that with Lagerdo. I'm trying to be more show-ish, but yeah, it's not what it needs to be somehow. But yeah, working on it. So what can you do? That's all I can do is keep pushing different buttons and seeing if something happens. That's all I got. Not much else is an option. But yeah, I think I'm better at pushing buttons. That's the irony of it. I think I'm better than I used to be, but I'm less entertaining. So that's the catch too. There's catches everywhere. The whole catch-22 thing in life. It just seems like there's just, man, is it ever a prick or bush. You just, once you're in there, it's just, I don't know. Might be easier just to stay than it is to try to get out. Or something like that. Something. I used to be tormented as a youth. People used to throw me in pricker bushes. Maybe it's my hair, I used to get all stuck in the... But I don't know, maybe it's... I don't know why people did things that were sort of... I mean, it just seems like they hated other people. They didn't throw in pricker bushes. It just seems, I guess they thought I was durable enough to take it, so it was okay. Where, it might just be too rough for somebody else or something. I don't know what the thing was, but... Yeah. So, I mean, what doesn't kill you, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, yeah, it is a tragedy of the whole thing, is that you get where you get, through a lot of negative things, or what has a positive effect on you. You do something preposterously stupid, something happens, or you get lucky. You do something stupid and you get lucky, it turns out okay. And you got that, oh, phew, did I ever dodge a bullet? I mean, those kind of events in your life are, they give you this perspective, this caution, and they make you a better person just because they make you aware of just how fragile it all is. It's a dangerous thing we're playing with other people, their emotions, how they feel. So, it's not a minor thing, and it should be respected. And then these people just lie. They get on the internet and just think, oh yeah, I'll just tell a bunch of people it's okay to be irrational, it's okay to be addicted, and to make up nonsense excuses to remain addicted. I mean, they're just enablers. not a great word, you know. It really got ruined in the 70s and 80s with all that preachy stuff, but there is a truth to it, you know. There's a truth to this, you know. If you're not with us, you're against this thing, you know. I mean, if you're not, you know, if you're not fighting the enemy, you're probably in some way helping the enemy. Just the way it works out. Yeah. I mean, to have a productive influence, it just isn't going to happen by accident. It's probably going to have to be a plan. All right, so there, that's enough. Whatever sermonizing. It's way too late. I have to get up in the morning, and I don't know. You know. What can I say? It's one of those days. So, like I said, last night was okay. It was pretty good and tolerable. Survived it. Whatever. But I mean, I have this perspective thing. I'm just going through it. It's not a crisis. It's just a transition of identity and method. I'm trying a different method. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not going to be different. It just feels different at the moment. But you know, a lot of things do that. They you go to the same place and just see, hey, this place seems really different. And that's the same place. You're just remembering it wrong. Something like that. So anyway, till next time. And have a good week. And let's see what happens. Yeah. My hair is getting all thin again. Take my vitamins or something. It's always something. It's not one thing, it's another. Yeah. Benjamin Franklin said that or something. Yeah. Said everything, at least once.